Your dog isn't doing it by accident. That warm, heavy pressure against your feet right now, or the moment you sat down this morning, that's not random. It's a message. And once you understand what it means, you'll never look at that behavior the same way again. Here's the truth. When your dog sits on your feet, they're communicating something specific about how they see you, how they feel in that moment, and what they need from you. And there's not just one reason it happens. There are several, and they say very different things about your dog's emotional state. Let's start with the one most people assume. Part 1, the dominance myth. For decades, people were told that when a dog sits on you, leans on you, or places any part of their body on top of yours, they're trying to assert dominance. They're claiming you, ranking you. That idea is largely outdated. Modern behavioral science has moved well past the dominance framework, at least when it comes to how dogs relate to their human companions. Dogs don't spend their days calculating social hierarchies with the people they live with. What they do spend their days doing is seeking safety, connection, warmth, and reassurance. So when your dog plants themselves on your feet, right on top of you as close as physically possible, the first thing you should think isn't control. The first thing you should think is closeness. Part 2. The security anchor. Dogs are extraordinarily tuned to the physical presence of the people they bond with. Your scent, your body heat, your stillness. All of it communicates something to your dog's nervous system. When a dog sits on your feet, they're grounding themselves in you. Think about it this way. Imagine you're somewhere unfamiliar, surrounded by sounds and smells you can't fully interpret. You spot someone you trust. What do? You move toward them. You stay close. You make sure that if something shifts, you'll feel it in your body before your brain even processes it. That's exactly what your dog is doing. Your feet are the anchor point. Your dog can feel every small movement, when you shift your weight, when you stand up, when you start to leave. By sitting on your feet, they have real-time, body-level information about where you are and what you're about to do. It's not clingy. It's connected. Part 3. Warmth and comfort. Here's a simpler layer underneath all of it. Your feet are warm. Your dog is a heat-seeking animal. You're the best heat source in the room, and your feet are right there at floor level exactly where your dog lives. This is especially true for smaller dogs, short-coated breeds, and senior dogs who feel temperature changes more intensely. But even large dogs, breeds you'd never think of as cuddly, will find a way to be in contact with your body if they've bonded with you. The physical comfort isn't incidental. It reinforces the emotional comfort. Warmth plus safety plus familiar scent equals a dog that feels deeply okay. And a dog that feels deeply okay stays close to whatever made that happen. Part 4. The Velcro dogs. Some dogs sit on feet because it's genuinely their personality. Certain breeds were developed over centuries specifically to be in constant contact with humans. Vizslas, Dobermans, Border Collies, Italian Greyhounds, Boxers. These dogs weren't just bred to work alongside people, they were bred to need people. Their nervous systems are wired for proximity. With these dogs, foot-sitting isn't a phase. It's a feature. The question isn't why are they doing it. The question is how do I make sure this behavior stays healthy and doesn't tip into anxiety? Because there's an important distinction between a dog that sits on your feet because they love being near you and a dog that sits on your feet because they can't cope when you're not there. Part 5. When it's anxiety talking. Here's the open loop I want you to hold on to, because this is where things get important. Does your dog sit on your feet mostly when they're calm and content? Or mostly when something's changing? Visitors arriving, loud noises outside, tension in the room, you getting ready to leave? Context is everything. A relaxed dog who flops on your feet while you watch TV is expressing contentment. A dog who glues themselves to your feet the moment you put on shoes is expressing worry. The behavior looks identical. The emotional state underneath is completely different. Signs the foot-sitting is coming from anxiety rather than affection. Your dog can't settle unless they're touching you. They follow you from room to room and panic if a door closes between you. The behavior escalates when your routine changes. They don't relax, they just hold on. If that sounds familiar, this isn't a behavior you want to accidentally reward with constant reassurance. Anxiety in dogs responds well to structure, predictability, and building confidence, not to always giving them the physical contact they're demanding in those moments. It's a nuanced thing, and it's worth paying attention to. Part 6: Ownership and Affection. Here's something interesting. Some dogs sit on their person's feet in the presence of other dogs, or other people. If you've noticed that your dog is more likely to park themselves on you when there's another animal in the room, that's a different message. That's your dog communicating something to the other animal, not to you. This person is mine. I am here. We are together. It's not aggressive. It's not necessarily even possessive in a negative sense. It's a social statement. Your dog knows that physical contact with you signals relationship, and they're using that signal consciously. Dogs are more socially intelligent than we often give them credit for. That move, sitting on your feet in a crowd or next to another pet, is a sophisticated piece of communication. And the fact that they chose you to do it next to says a great deal about how they feel about you. Part 7: What you should do with this. So what do you actually do when your dog sits on your feet? First, let yourself appreciate it. This is a dog who trusts you enough to make you their safe place. That's not nothing. That took time to build, and it's worth acknowledging. Second, read the context. Calm, loose body language? Enjoy it. Let them be there. You don't need to reward it or correct it. It's just connection. But tense body, scanning eyes, a dog who looks like they're managing something rather than resting? That dog needs something different from you. Not a push away, but also not just passive acceptance. That dog might benefit from a task, a walk, a little gentle structure to bring their nervous system back down. Third, don't let discomfort become a habit. If your dog is large, or if the foot-sitting has started to become problematic, tripping hazard, boundary issue, something that's spiking whenever guests arrive, you can absolutely teach a specific place behavior. A mat, a bed, a designated spot nearby. You're not rejecting them. You're giving their need for closeness a shape that works for both of you. Dogs don't sit on your feet because they misread the social situation. They do it because you are, in their entire world, the person who makes sense. The person whose movements they track, whose warmth they seek, whose presence tells their nervous system that everything is okay. That weight on your feet is not an inconvenience. It's a dog telling you, in the clearest way they know how, that you matter to them. Pay attention to what they're saying. They've been fluent in you for a long time. If this helped you understand your dog a little better, subscribe. There's a lot more like this waiting for you. And if your dog is doing something you can't figure out, drop it in the comments. That might just be the next video.